Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am excited to share 30 Power BI interview questions that were asked in Bajaj Auto Private Limited. In first round, these 30 questions they will ask me about the Power BI, right? So one by one we will discuss about that questions. First question is for a self introduction. You know that this question is common for when the interview is started. They will ask this question first, so we can tell them about the shape tips for structuring an introduction about, like, you can start with your name, experience, key skills and current role, and highlight the relevant projects also. Second question is, what are the roles and responsibilities of our project? Everyone has different roles and responsibility. As a Power BI developer, you can tell that like creating a reports, data modeling, collaborated with stakeholders, and optimizing the reports, and publish the report to the Power BI service, and into that scheduling the refresh using gateways and all. So you can tell. Third question is a difference between import mode and direct mode. These also very common questions. Everywhere, every interviewer this asks this question. Fourth is, what kind of projects you have worked on domain. Like, you can tell about that what is the domain. I especially worked on finance and banking domain, and environmental conservation domains also I have worked, and you can tell about that sales domain, or like a pharmacy domain. Fifth question is, how do you handle complex data transformations in Power Query? Can you provide an example of challenging transformation you implemented? You prepare these questions answer, right, and you can note down all the things related to that 30 questions. Sixth question is that, what challenges you faced while doing a project? You can tell them there is a very large data sets, and we firstly import that in import mode. So later there is a facing a challenge like a slow performance. You can tell them. For implementing, we use their direct query rather than import mode, and suppose I want import mode only, so you can tell them about there is a lot of calculated columns, or like there is a different types of visuals present. So because of that, so it will show the a lot of performance, like big performance we can say. And later we change some modification into the rather than we use calculated columns, rather than we use here measures mostly. Seventh question is type of refreshes in Power BI. You know that there is a manual refresh, or a scheduled refresh, or incremental refresh. The scheduled refresh part is for Power BI service, and refresh, or you can do a manual refresh in the Power BI desktop only. Or you can tell them this about. And eighth question is, what is tax in Power BI? You know that tax is one of the formula language, and this is a advanced version of Excel, and into that we can use more and more types of functions we use here. Common functions also, or advanced level functions also we use here. Next is a ninth question: how do you perform data cleaning and transformations in Power BI? You can tell them about there is a transform data is option in the Power BI desktop only. From that we can do the cleaning of data, or into that we done with some different types of transformations, like add the columns, remove the columns, or like replacing null values, appending mergings, and renaming the columns. All that types of transformation happens. 10th question is, how do you connect to data source in Power BI? So you can tell them about the in the Power BI desktop there is a get option. Get data option is present. From that we can choose the number of 200 plus data sources are there. From that, what is as per the requirement, we choose that where is that our data is stored, right? So in my project I used MySQL server majorly. 11th question is, what are the components in Power BI? You can tell them about, like, there is a six type of components. There is a Power BI desktop, Power BI service, Power Q&A, Power Pivot, Power View also is there. And next question is 12th question: what is a Power Pivot will do in Power BI? So you can tell them about there is a very important while creating reports. That time the data modeling is necessary for doing the accurate calculations of our report, right? Into that there is a many dimension tables, and there is a one fact table is connect, and one fact table is connected to the many dimension tables. We can tell them in fact table there is a foreign key is present, and in dimension table there is a primary skill is present. You can tell about this type of questions answer, right? And next one is write a query to fetch a top 5 employees having highest salary. This query you can prepare using chat gpt, or like in suppose you have experience already sql, you know that how to do the logic about this question, right? Next question is that 14th, write a query to find second highest salary from employee table. There is also different types of we can do this find about second highest salary using like using a window function also. You can calculate this, or you can directly also calculate. 15th is a difference between rank function and range rank function in sql. This is a very important a topic related to sql. You can prepare very well about rankings about in window function, right? 16th is the difference between power bi desktop and power bi service. You can tell about that difference. This difference is also commonly asked questions. Next is a 17th, how will you optimize power bi reports. There is a lot of different types of steps about this optimize the power bi reports. Power bi reports can sometimes become slow, especially when working with large data sets or complex calculations. Optimizing your reports ensures that faster loading times, better user experience also, improved scalability for growing data sets. You can tell them about there is a different types of process we can do for optimize the power bi report. First is using aggregate data, or like for DAX calculation also, reduce the visuals on a page, or like there is a performance analyzer options in the power bi desktop. Once we go to the view, so from that you can choose this performance analyzer option. And next is implementing the incremental refresh, because once our data is very big in amount, so that time what happen, so all the data loading it is not possible because it will take a lot of time. So rather than we use for a refresh, incremental refresh only. Next we check for data modeling, use majorly as a star schema instead of like snowflake schema to simplify the relationships or avoid menu to menu relationships also. And we create for a base table for that. And we can say that 6 point is a optimized queries in power query only. And use variables rather than we simply use a DAX now, we use variables. And that is the that only I know very well, this only. Next question is that 18th question, what are the difficulties you have faced while doing a project. You can tell that this question answer is very carefully. Next question is how you can optimize a sql query. So this is also very common question. 20 question is what is indexes. There is a two types of indexes, clustered index and non-clustered index present in sql. 21 is how ATL processes happens in power bi. To tell that firstly the data load in the power bi the desktop, once data is loaded, so we need to for cleaning using different types of transformation techniques in power query, appending and merging and removing null values and all, so that type of techniques we use. 22 question is what is difference between star schema and snowflake schema, and how will you know when to use these schemas respectively. uh, you know that this question is very talked to very carefully. You know that the star schema is when we use there is a very simple type of tables present, and snowflake schema when we use there is a complexity comes into that. And there is a lot of dimension tables connected to dimension tables. You can tell them about this. And next question is 23, how will you perform filtering and its types, right? 24 is this is also a very common question, what is bookmarks. You can tell about the approach how we can start and where we can start this, and what is the purpose behind it for using bookmarks. 25th is a difference between drill down and drill through in Power BI. This is the very famous question. You know that there is a five question is very important as per the differences, right? First is a input mode, direct mode, and second is a sum x function. Third is a this drill down and drill through function, and fourth is a slicer and filter, and fifth is a pie chart and donut chart. You know that five difference is compulsory when we giving an interview, right? 26th is also a very favorite question of interviewer. They check your basic is clear or not. Difference between calculated columns and measure also. 27 is a difference between slicer and filters. And they check about you know about the data analysis position. There is a different Python also used while inputting the data or like cleaning the data also. We use explore data analysis in they check about like pandas and pantalop leaves, seaborn, these libraries. You know about the basic concept where we use this. 29 is a sum and sum x difference. This is also very favorite interview questions. Next is 30 is do you have any questions? So suppose you given an interview like there is a 30 question, right? And you know about there is a 22 23 or 24 questions answers, right? Surely you can crack this first round of interview. That ends about today's sessions. I hope these 30 questions and basic answers help you prepare for a next Power BI interview. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumb up or like. Don't forget to subscribe for more interview questions preparation. And good luck, and see you in the next video. Thank you.